Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program and BD Armory. Today, well, I've developed a new fighter and today we're going to go and put it through its paces. This is just footage of me sort of testing out the new craft and trying to do the bridge challenge with it without much success, it has to be said. But this is the Panther. Yes, I know its name is the same as the engines it's using, which I only realised later, but I like the name, so I think I'm going to keep it. This kind of quite nicely rounds out my collection of fighters, and that's going to serve as a bit of a foundation for a few videos I've got planned that are coming up. I'll talk a bit more about that later in the video. Anyway, well, Jebediah's just survived that one, and I think that's about as close to a win as we're going to get, so let's go and take a closer look at this craft. So what exactly do we have here? Well, this is a flying wing style fighter that I have designed. Strictly speaking, a flying wing, of course, refers to, well, just that, an aircraft which is literally just a flying wing with no discernible fuselage and everything is sort of built into or off of that. But more broadly speaking, and as in this case, it refers to an aircraft where there's no tailplane and everything is built off of the wing rather than sort of off of the fuselage. The wing is the main structural component, and well, this is as close as I think I can get to a flying wing design for a stock part KSP fighter. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with the flying wing designation. So we've done some tests. Well, I've done some tests, and it's proved to be a very fast and very manoeuvrable aircraft. But I want to see just how manoeuvrable it is, and so I'm going to do another one of those tests. This time I've put a full load of weaponry on it just to give it a bit of extra weight, and also for a little bit of added difficulty, I've put 3 of these anti-aircraft missile units over here, and that's just going to keep us on our toes a little bit. So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to switch guard mode on all of those. We're going to fire up the engines. Where are we? Brakes off, afterburners on, throttle up, and we are off. Yeah, accelerates very, very quickly. Ooh. And I'm going to want to turn on stability assist because I don't want to go into the ground like a dart. Radar warning receiver would probably be good because those anti-missile units are probably going to open up pretty quickly. Wait for it. Oh, they're taking their time. Oh, there we go. Start just pulling some manoeuvres. Throw those missiles off our scent. You see, even with the afterburners going, even with us going quite a pace, it's still able to turn quite nicely, pull some really high Gs. And here come the second load of missiles. Oh, that was close. I'm not sure if turning sort of backside onto the missiles like that was a good idea, but here come another load. And there go another load. Dodged easily. The pace of this aircraft also helps a lot. Yeah, so as I was saying, flying wings, the most famous I think would be the I'm going face onto the missiles. This might not be a good idea. Oh, really not a good idea. One of the most famous flying wings, of course, was the US B-2 bomber. Took over from sort of a couple of earlier designs they had for stealth aircraft that used that kind of flying wing style design. Most of those, of course, had a very angular shape because they basically didn't have the computing power to sort of design those perfect radar deflecting low radar visibility curves that are sort of very characteristic of the B-2 bomber and the like. I wonder if I can exhaust their missile supplies. I don't have a lot of chaff left. I'm going to have to go a bit canny if I want to, as I said, dodge all of them. Here come another load. Let's pop a bit of it. Pull some negative Gs. I wonder how many they've got left, actually. There's one left. Dodge one, and we have survived. We have survived the gauntlet. Here they come. Start popping a little bit of chaff. So no problems there. This aircraft can dodge missiles with relative ease. So, well, now I suppose it's time to put it up against some other aircraft. To kick things off then, we are going to send these Panthers up against 3 of my Cyclone fighters, my more conventional craft, so let's get them up into the air. And for this one, we will follow the Panthers up. Another way that these craft differ from sort of a more strict definition flying wing is from the use of the vertical stabilising fins. Not because there's anything in the definition which prevents them, but more because on a proper flying wing you can't actually get them far back enough for them to provide sort of the leverage to stabilise the aircraft. Flying wings are kind of inherently stable, because if they were to sort of like just yaw unintentionally yaw, what would happen is one wing would be more sort of face onto the airflow, and that would increase drag and it would drag it back. So it's kind of stable, and then sort of control systems help with modern flying wings. I'm also aware this plane looks a little bit Blackbird spy plane-y. It wasn't intentional, but it's quite cool nonetheless. Maybe we'll do something with that in a future video, but in the meantime, the fight is starting. Both sides turning, both sides trying to get missiles away. It looks like the Cyclones have gotten their missiles away first, but the return volley is not far behind it, and now everybody breaks low, popping chaff, trying to avoid those missiles. It would be really embarrassing if, after all that fuss we've just been through, these get taken out by a missile. So I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. Yes, so in comes the second volley. Closing now to about 6 kilometers, a little less. Cyclone there really closing in rapidly. So looks like guns will be firing up any time now. How are the other guys getting on? Gleeful? We'll call you Gleeful, Kerman. Comes in, yet another missile. It's getting really close now. Surely it's only a matter of time before guns. There comes in one shot from the Cyclone. Gleeful switches to her cannons. Is she going to open up? Doesn't seem that interested. Do you have a missile on you, or is it something else? There we go. Gets one of the Cyclones in her sights, just as one of her wingmen is in a little bit of danger. Breaks off though. How are things going? How's Jebediah getting on? He's busy almost flipping out. Oh, he's got a missile incoming. And lastly, Anhat Kerman. Sounds almost a little like... well, never mind. She has got a Cyclone in her sights. Launches an AMRAAM, I think. But nothing doing. Now switches to the guns. Can we get a kill? This has gone on quite a while without a kill. I'm kind of concerned. Both these aircraft proving a little difficult to kill. Ooh. I think that's one of the Panthers taking a little bit of damage. One of the Cyclones is gone. One of the Cyclones is already gone. I did not see that. When did that happen? Where's the debris? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a missing plane and no debris that I can see. That's weird. I'm assuming it must have been forced into the ground or something, but nonetheless, it is now advantage to the Panthers. It's 3 on 2. That missile looks like it came very close, and another one comes in the other way. That's the other one of the Cyclones, and now Anhat has a missile on her tail. Let's see. How are the Cyclones doing? Haley Kerman has one of the Panthers in her sights, but the gunfire starts to come in. Ooh, but the Panther loses interest and breaks off. Haley turns sharply. I'm not sure. Oh, gunfire is coming in. The whoever's piloting that Cyclone has decided to regain interest. Oh, that is very close, but Haley manages to slip a missile away. It's a 2-on-1 here, and it looks like it's a straight dogfight going on there. Oh, it's not quite a straight dogfight. That is one of the Cyclones about to get trashed, I would assume. But it looks like the other one of the other Panthers. Oh, I'm switching to all the wrong fights today. Missile coming in here, it looks like gunfire coming in. This Cyclone seems to have taken care of one of the Panthers, and now it is even once again. What was that? That was the other one of the Cyclones. That seems to have been... There's the other Cyclone. I assume it must have lost autopilot or something. So hang on. And here's the Panther that was taken out. So all the craft are there, they've just lost their autopilots. Well, that's something different. So it is 2-on-1, 2 active craft. I really need to look at those autopilot positioning, because this is not ideal. Where's the other Panther? Coming round. I think he might be distracted by that Cyclone on the ground. No, he's coming round for the one in the air. Launches... what was that? Out of AMRAAM, so I'm assuming that's a Sidewinder. Ooh, that looked painful. And that is more... And the Panthers are victorious. That was a weird fight. That was a really, really weird fight. Oh... Yeah, there's the other Cyclone, just going off into orbit. Fred V. Kerman survives to live another day, though, so that's nice. So, anyway, my Cyclones are getting a bit old now. I think it's time to put the Panthers up against something a bit more recent. So the final test for our new craft is to go up against my most recent fighter, well, apart from them, which is the Clubtail, and I'm hoping the Clubtails will provide something of a more no-nonsense opponent, although the design certainly isn't quite as no-nonsense. Hopefully a quicker fight, a few more quicker kills, and I think the Panther pilots will have to be on top form to stand a chance. Let's get them into the air. Yeah, that last one, as I said, was a weird fight. I'm going to have to look at the positioning of the autopilots and the weapon managers, because I did go back and look, and quite a couple of those occasions where an aircraft had just decided to fly off and do its own thing, it was the loss of a weapons manager that was to blame, so I'll have to have a look at those. Also, a couple of things coming up. I'm hoping next week I'll do an update video, just to talk about what's coming up for the series. I haven't done one for a while. I haven't done one since I think it was August was my last one. So yeah, talk about what's going to be going on in the new year. How are these doing? 6 kilometres. Still a little while to go. Roski Kerman. Who else do we have? Older me Kerman. And finally, Burfrey Kerman. And the fight has started. The Clubtails get round, looks like they've got their missiles away first, much as the Cyclones did, although it didn't do them much good in the end, really, did it? And now everyone starts breaking low. So yes, hopefully an update video next week. The next BD Armory video will be the Christmas special, and then we'll be starting some new stuff. Well, it'll all be discussed in the update video, so look forward to that. Everybody seems to be fine after the first volley of missiles. Is the second one going to be coming in anytime soon? Burfrey Kerman seems to be taking our sweet time. There we go. Blimey, that took you a while, didn't it? Anyway, missiles flying in. Doesn't look like anybody's going to be getting missile kills just yet. One flies past this Clubtail. How are the other Clubtails getting on? Popping countermeasures and turning hard here. Same thing there. What about the Panthers? Jebediah Kerman seems to be flying out here for no reason. That's another one of the Panthers. Fires off a missile. Slowly but surely closing to gun range. Very slowly. There go some guns. That is one of the clubtails is opening up on one of the panthers, and ooh, that might be bad news. Unless Jebediah can swing it round and assist his wingman, although that's yeah. I don't know what it is with these panthers. They don't seem to be that interested in getting into the fight, so another thing I'll maybe have to look at, maybe have to tweak. Oh, but Jebediah's got some gunfire incoming, but seems to manage to dodge, and the attacker now appears to have a missile on its tail. Slowly but surely gets himself turned around. Bit of lag there. More guns coming in. Now, whilst these panthers are quite manoeuvrable, I don't think they are as manoeuvrable as the clubtails. Although it doesn't appear to be that way at the moment. But Jebediah now with one of the clubtails in his sights, a perfect opportunity. But it appears to come to nothing. Another go perhaps. Oh, golden opportunity spurned there. One of his wingmen. Oh, there's a lot going on there. Let's see if we can get into the midst of it. Where are we? Ooh, just in time, just as one of Anhat Kerman's craft gets scorched by one of the clubtails. The clubtail itself, though, coming under fire from one of her wingmen. It's all going on over here. Let's see if we can find that site. Ooh, I completely missed that. I'm not doing well today, am I? One of the clubtails is down and out, and it is now 3 against 2 as we switch to Burfrey Kerman as he launches a missile and then gets scorched, but doesn't appear to have been any serious damage done. Let's just zoom out a second. Where is everyone else? There's a bit of a one-on-one going on over there. Burfrey Kerman turns around to get her guns to one of the panthers, and that's one of them there, and that's a bit risky. Oh, that missile was very close, but doesn't appear to have done any major damage. Burfrey pops a missile. Oh, and Aldermees Kerman's craft has been pretty much... has definitely been taken out now. That was... yeah, that was pretty decisive. So now it is 3 against 1. I honestly thought the Panthers would struggle in this fight, but it appears they are putting in... giving a very good account of themselves by all standards. So now surely it's only a matter of time for Burfrey Kerman, as 3 craft now have her in their sights. I honestly thought the clubtails were going to take this one, because I was worried about the manoeuvrability of those panthers for a second. I knew they were manoeuvrable, but I thought these would be more so. But I think it's also the fact that they are very quick crafters. Okay. That's Jebediah! No nonsense, Jebediah comes in and gets a hand-to-hand kill. Oh my god. I managed to avoid crashing as well. He's still flying. He's still flying pretty well. Oh. Okay, that was a bit weird. Oh my god. So it is victory for the Panthers, and victory in style. And I think they have come through those tests with flying, if a little unconventional colours. So that's all for today, everybody. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah, wow. As I said, hopefully get an update video out next week, or if not, hopefully before too long. But some videos, new videos coming in the new year. I don't want to spoil the update video, so I'll say no more. But ooh. And Jebediah's luck runs out there. Yeah, but what a fight. Anyway, until then, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.